The violence in Kazakhstan has consequences for both Russia and China, according to analysts. The president has cracked down on protests with Russia's help and told those on the streets security forces can shoot to kill without warning. Dozens of people have died in the violence, the worst the country has seen since the end of the Soviet Union.
An eerie calm has returned to parts of Kazakhstan after another night of unrest. The sound of gunfire in the city of Almaty as troops tried to re-establish control. By daylight, the streets were scarred by days of violence, but cleared of trouble for now, leaving residents worrying about what happens next.
At night, when we hear explosions, I am scared. It hurts to know that young people are dying. I am a mother myself. It hurts my heart a lot.
Kazakhstan security forces are now under orders to shoot troublemakers on sight after a sombre address from their president.
Terrorists continue to damage public and private property and use weapons against citizens. I gave an order to law enforcement agencies and the army to shoot to kill without warning.
He has stayed in power with the help of all this. Russia has sent in thousands of troops, with many more on standby, leading forces from a number of nations. Kazakhstan's neighbours, Armenia, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, are all reportedly sending troops. But the bulk are Russian paratroopers deployed in the country's biggest city, Almaty, where most of the protests have been happening. So why does Russia care so much about Kazakhstan? Well, it was meant to be one of the more stable former Soviet states. The Russian leadership fears the prospect of a pro-Western government emerging from the unrest. It also sees a chance of more control over a neighbour, probably. There are plenty of ethnic Russians in the country too, and Russia relies on the BAIKONUR spaceport for satellite launches. For their part, Western countries fear Kazakhstan's big oil industry, based in the west around Tengiz, could be affected, and that might have an impact on oil prices around the world. And they don't want to see Russia's military becoming any more active and assertive beyond its borders, given current tensions over Ukraine. If this vast country continues to see unrest and sucks in more Russian troops, that could stretch its military and complicate whatever plans it has for Ukraine.
Kazakhstan is the biggest and the richest country in Central Asia. If it's destabilized permanently, the entire region may destabilize, and that would be a nightmare for Russia and also for China.
A deepening crisis in Kazakhstan would be a problem for many countries. Can its government and Russian allies defuse the unrest and its causes? Or will it try and crush it, risking further escalation?